Good morning, all. Uh, I think in the last 2-3 sessions we already have gone through the orientation of English course, and today we will actually begin with the course that is English. And as I said, you all are supposed to know the course code of this particular subject, that is 22101. And the first chapter, it is related to grammar. Today we are going to start with articles. Articles, you all know and you have been learning it since your 5th standard, those from Marathi medium, and maybe from 1st standard, those who are from English medium. So article is very wonderful topic. Now before we go ahead, before we learn anything about articles, let us talk about why we need to learn articles. Actually, articles we are not simply going to look after from the examination point of view. We are going to look after it from the spoken and written English point of view. It is because when we speak, when we talk, and if we commit errors in terms of usages of these articles a and the well-learned people or the native speakers of English or educated one, they will point out our errors, and sometimes our image as a learning person or as a professional will be damaged. That is why we need to be very, very careful when we are using the articles. Point is, even the pronunciation of these articles matter if we look after the usage of articles. So what exactly articles are and how they are used in different situations, let us have the look at it. Actually, articles are the adjectives. Now we all know what exactly adjective means. Adjective means a word that tells something more about noun. It may be anything. So a and the, these are the adjectives of quantity. A means one, and means one, and the means one as well as more than one. So actually it refers to, it determines whether the noun is singular or plural. A and these two adjectives come articles, they determine that the noun that would be following them should be in singular form. So singular and plural form, we have already know about the number of nouns. So actually articles are the adjectives. So they give us information about how many nouns are there, and mostly the countable nouns. So articles are used before nouns. They denote the quantity, whether the noun is one or two. Simple examples that I have shared is like a box, an umbrella, some boxes, the fruit. Now these are just examples given about the adjectives. Adjective means articles. Articles are known as adjectives. Mark it in your memory. The different types of articles. They are, the first type is indefinite article. Now indefinite article, by the title itself you can understand what exactly it means. Indefinite means you don't know. The peculiar one. You are not sure who you are talking about. You are talking about anything common, anything in general nature. For example, a box. You cannot say what kind of box I am referring to. If I say an umbrella, you don't know whose umbrella I am talking about. Or some boys, some people, some animals. So you are not sure which animals exactly I am talking about. And that's why the articles a, an, and some, they are labeled as indefinite. Indefinite means you are not sure. It is not peculiar. It is not sure. We are not sure as a person who we are referring to. And that's why they are indefinite. So if I say that there is a boy who is not listening to me from this class, so you all will be confused that who is the boy. Actually, I used there is a boy, there is a girl. If I simply say there is a girl, you are not sure, and everybody will feel, they will start guessing that who would be the person that the teacher is referring to. So that's why a and these are indefinite articles. You don't get a proper sense of who the person or who the noun we are referring to. I hope the things are getting clear. And wherever you have a problem, you can write it down and you can send message to me. Any doubt about this particular point, articles will be sorted out once I am done with particular video. Then next one about indefinite articles are the indefinite articles are a, an. They are used before the noun that is general, or when its identity is not known. As I said, we don't know who the person we are referring to. So identity is not known. Any person, a man, a woman, an accident. Which accident I am referring to? Whether some accident that took place today in the morning on Mumbai Pune Expressway, you don't know. I am simply referring an accident. When the noun is not specific, specific means particular. You are not sure about who the person or who the noun is. The next one is the reason or in which condition you should use article or indefinite article. Number one is the noun has to be countable. The noun has to be countable. Now countable nouns and non-countable nouns we have already discussed. Countable nouns are those we can count in number like 1, 2 and 3. And uncountable means you cannot count them. For example, sugar. Sugar is uncountable noun. So you cannot say a sugar. There has to be the countable noun if we are going to use indefinite articles. That's why a boy, one boy. We can count it. Boy is the countable noun and that's why it can receive a or an. So in which condition a has to be used and in which condition an has to be used, that is the bigger problem for all of us, and that we will see in the due course of this video. So first of all, let's make it very clear that if we are going to use indefinite articles like a, an, the noun has to be countable and the noun has to be singular. Doesn't matter, the noun fulfills the one parameter, one criterion, that is it is countable, but you cannot say a boys. So the second condition before using indefinite article is that the noun has to be singular as well as the noun has to be countable. So a boy, an ice cream, a bike, an example, a university. So this is how all these nouns like university, bike, ice cream, boy, they fulfill both the parameters or the conditions of using articles before them, indefinite articles before them. That is, they are singular in nature as well as they are countable nouns. Now, there are certain rules about when to use a and when to use an, and I want everyone, all of you, to pay attention to this. It is because if we are not sure about the logic behind it, we are bound to commit errors, maybe in written English or maybe in spoken English. And as I said, if you are going to try any competitive examination, it may be staff selection, it may be MPSC, UPSC, there are few questions related to English grammar that are asked, and article is one of the favorite areas of the examiners on which they set one or two examples. That's why you need to be very careful about the logic, when to use a and when to use an, because both are indefinite articles, but as a person, as a speaker, as a writer, one must be very sure about the logic behind using a and an. So the indefinite article a is used before a noun that is pronounced with consonant sound. Now what is this consonant sound and what is this vowel sound? Remember, those who have gone through Marathi medium, and most of the time you might have been told by your teachers that if the word starts with A, E, I, O, U, with these alphabets, then you are supposed to use an before that, and rest of the situation you can use a. But this is not true logic. This is not true logic. Actually, the use of a and depends upon the pronunciation of that particular noun. Now what is this pronunciation and what is this consonant sound and vowel sound? In a nutshell, I'll give you. Actually, it's a huge area, phonology of English. Now what happens in phonology of English, how each and every word, how each and every alphabet, each and every syllable that is pronounced, it is science about it. It is the science about it. So the science, phonology of English says that there are 44 sounds in English. Remember, mark my words, 44 sounds, and I am not talking about alphabets, I am talking about sounds. In English, only 26 alphabets are there, and vowel alphabets are A, E, I, O, U. These are vowel alphabets, but every time they may not function like a vowel sound. Sometimes they are pronounced like a consonant, and in the due course of this video, you will come to know about it. So my point is that you must pay attention to the pronunciation. Sometimes if your pronunciation is wrong, you are bound to use a or an incorrectly. So please pay attention to the pronunciation also, and that's why in most of my videos I say that please enhance your exposure and enhance your standard pronunciation and its exposure. The reason behind it, if you are very standard and up to the mark as far as your pronunciation is concerned, obviously you will stand in the crowd, because there are so many people they can speak English, but there are very few people they know standard pronunciation of English. And there are two standard pronunciation of English, that is American received pronunciation and one is British received pronunciation. And out of these two, most of the Indians they follow British, but the third variety we Indians have developed, and the third variety is nothing but Indian received pronunciation, that is English. The way Maharashtrian people talk in English, the way the people from Haryana they talk, the way the people from Tamil Nadu, Kerala they talk, they have different accent and different variety or the quality of its pronunciation. And depending over that, you can easily identify whether the person is from Marathi background or maybe from South India or maybe from Haryana, UP, Bihar. It is because the pull of mother tongue, the pull of region is always there. The aroma of the nativity is always there when we speak English, and that's not our fault. It is bound to be there. Even the native speakers they do have. Get back. My point is that in order to use a or an correctly, you must know how the words are pronounced. For example, bag. Bag. This word starts with b, and b is a consonant sound. Consonant sound means what? I'll tell you in a nutshell. If you simply say b, somewhere the air gets obstructed when you pronounce b. So the sounds that are pronounced with a bit of obstruction, partial or complete obstruction of the air in the passage of your speech mechanism, somewhere it may be at glottal level, it may be in on your lips, it may be your alveolar ridge, it may be your tip of your tongue, anywhere there is a blockage, complete or partial. So those sounds they are called consonant sound. You can simply try it at home. Even right now also you can try it. If you say b, the air gets obstructed here. Upper lip and lower lip they are completely closed, and then when you release them, b sound is pronounced. If you take p, both are bilabial. P and b they are bilabial because the air gets obstructed here. So p, b, t, d, n, m, w, y, r, s, z, w, these are all consonant sound. And as I said in English, there are 44 sounds. Out of 44 sounds, 24 are consonant sounds and 20 are vowel sounds, like a, u, e, I, u. Now when there is a combination of two vowel sounds, it's a diphthong. Now what is this diphthong and combination of vowel sound? You need not worry about it. What we are worried is that if a noun which is countable, which is singular, and if it is pronounced with the consonant sound, it receives a. For example, bag. B is the consonant sound. The next one is, you can say boy. B is the bottle. B is the consonant sound. Mat. M is the consonant sound. So a mat. You cannot say an mat. Point is, you must know its pronunciation. Table. The sound gets obstructed. The air gets obstructed somewhere at the alveolar ridge. Alveolar ridge means the part where your upper teeth are rooted. So there your tongue of the tip of the tongue touches, and then you can pronounce it d. You can try it. You can try it on your own, and then you will realize that whenever there is obstruction to the air, it is consonant sound. And if there is no obstruction, for example, if you say you can try it right now. The air simply comes out from your bronchial tubes, from your glottals, it comes out from your throat. It comes out. There is no obstruction. For example, e, u, I, u. You pronounce these sounds, and then you realize that the air does not get obstructed anywhere. And whenever the air does not get obstructed, it becomes vowel sound. So the rule of using an indefinite article is that whenever the singular countable nouns is pronounced with vowel sound, it receives an. For example, an umbrella, an umbrella. Umbrella is singular, countable, and is pronounced, is the vowel sound, and that's why it receives an. An ice cream, the same logic. I is the vowel sound, and that's why the pronunciation goes an ice cream. Remember this. If you take the same logic and if you see union, union, now this is, it starts with the alphabet U, and U is the vowel alphabet, but the pronunciation is union, and that's why it receives a union, a university. See the difference. Doesn't matter the spelling starts with U, but the pronunciation starts with Y, and Y is the consonant sound. That's why it receives a union, a university. Please mark my words. If you are not clear about this logic, you can simply message me after this session, and again I will give you more input about it. But this is how you must pay attention to. Now, plural form of indefinite article is some. As I said, and an, you don't get any definite reference of any noun. Similarly, some animal, some boys, some serials are stupid nowadays. Now, some serials are stupid means you don't know which serial I am referring to. The supernatural one, where the Nagins are always there, wherein some supernatural powers are within the character. The character can visualize the future, the character can go in the past, which happens only in, I think, supernatural dreams. But some stupid shows, I am not referring to one particular. Nobody can sue me. Nobody can file a case against me that you are referring and you are simply damaging the reputation of our serial. But if I say Nagin, then I am taking a particular noun. So my point is, some is the plural form of indefinite article. So some animals, some men and women, some students, they don't pay attention to what I say, but some students, they follow very religiously and they respond accordingly. So my point is that you must understand what exactly indefinite article is and how the indefinite articles are used, in which condition a is used and in which condition an is used. I'll simply sum up this particular point because it is very important from the point of view of examination also. Whenever any countable singular noun is pronounced with consonant sound, a indefinite article is used before that, like a university. Whenever singular countable noun which is pronounced with vowel sound, it receives an. It receives an.
Sir, sorry for the disturbance. See, your screen is